This is a quick video on 10 sources to get carpet cleaning, tile, and floor care accounts with government agencies. And the first thing I want to point out is this is specifically for project work, or what I would call project work: carpet, tile, floor care. This also can apply to windows, pressure washing, that kind of stuff. But I'm not really talking about janitorial. That would be a completely different category. And the reason is that the jobs are just bigger. And later on in this presentation, I'm going to show you why it matters. Because the jobs are so much larger on an annual basis with janitorial, that it's going to completely change how you market this type of service to government agencies. And what you're going to find is that this is a guerrilla marketing approach, and we're going to go website to website to fill out their vendor forms. There is no super secret one place where we can just go and sign up and be signed up for every single government agency, because what you're going to realize once you go through this process is we have a lot of government in this country, and it comes in all these little forms that you don't always really realize. So I'm going to start with there's federal, and federal is kind of a category in itself because you have to go and apply for a SAMS number and work with DUNS to get your SAMS number. So I'm going to kind of separate that also and focus more on state, county, more local types. Federal, also a big thing with federal is not all of our areas even have a lot of federal buildings. I mean, we have a couple, but we don't have an excessive amount, so it might not even be worth it for you. That's something that you want to look for yourself. So some of the different categories we can look at are state, county, city, and then these are the tricky ones. These are authorities, which one thing you're going to learn about the government is it's different in every part of the country. And here in New York, we have a lot of these. We have thousands of these that they're actually state agencies, but they call them authorities, and they kind of operate. They still have to follow the state rules, but they have control over who they want to hire, and they can come in the form of airports, buses, housing. So when you're looking this stuff up, you would want to look up authorities. Some other examples are libraries, individual school districts. When you start adding these all up, it's going to be quite a few people, all the different cities, all the different towns in your area, all the different school districts, museums. And another one you might not really think about is utilities. uh, Utilities can be power, water, gas. They often have public-private partnerships, so they have to follow the state rules. So the first thing I'm going to show you is we have all these different opportunities. So how do we find them? The first place I would start is with the state. Now in New York State, you would just go to Google and look up state procurement, New York bidding, bidding on New York State contracts, stuff like that. And every state is going to have some kind of a free registration for you. Here's the important part that I want to point out, especially for carpet, tile, and floor care, is right here. They only have to publicize this service for $50,000 or more. Well, when you think about this for like these miscellaneous services like carpet, a lot of times the jobs are nowhere near $50,000. So they don't have to advertise on the site. And this is the whole purpose of this presentation, is to show you how you have to go to these individual websites because they don't have to advertise it. So if you sign up for one of these services, there's some paid services out there. You may not see 90% of the opportunities out there because they don't have to. They don't have to publicize it. Also, I want to point out this part here where the states only have to publicize state agencies, but then here they say many museums, cities, schools. So that means they don't have to put this in for the state bid. So if you live in a big metro area, if you live in a big metro area, um, it can be a good idea to sign up for your state program. It's free. It's going to take you probably 5 or 10 minutes to do, and then you're set for life. And they'll email you the opportunities. So especially in the winter, this is a good thing to do. So this is one way to do it. Another way to do it is the yellow pages. And I know you're probably going to laugh at first. You're going to say, why would I want to use the yellow pages? Well, I did a search for government offices in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And here's the benefit to using the yellow pages is they put the website right there. So you can process through this really fast and start clicking on these websites. So you can probably go through 10, 15 of these in an hour pretty easily and just click on the website. So I'm going to jump over to the city of Philadelphia because I want to show you how do I find this stuff because it's so confusing. I find a government website, and the best place to look is first up here. You're going to look through this top navigation bar, and it's going to be this business self-employment section. Another section, if you don't see it up there, is you want to look through the footers because that's where they'll keep the links for bidding opportunities, procurement. They might just list it as business. They don't always make this stuff easy. So that's kind of why I'm showing you this. So I'm going to go through business and employment, and you can see there's a whole section for you to sign up to be a vendor. Now with this kind of marketing strategy, it's not going to get you work tomorrow. This is something where you want to sign up for 10, 20, 50, hundreds of these things over time. Maybe you do 5 of them a week, maybe do 10 of them a month, an hour a month, something like that. Just keep signing up for these things and forget about it. And, one day out of nowhere, you'll get a bid opportunity. So the next thing I want to show you is why this can be so confusing with all these different government agencies. We have authorities, libraries, school districts. That's why there's not one source. And I want to show you why this can be so confusing. That I looked up Charlotte Douglas, Charlotte, North Carolina airport, and for the Charlotte area airport, if you wanted to get on the on a bidding list, it actually goes to the city system. So that's going to put you in for anything related to the city. That's all connected with the Charlotte airport. Now I'm going to skip over to Miami, and in Miami, it's not the city. The Miami airport is Miami-Dade, so it's the county government. And that's why people can have a hard time figuring this stuff out, is because it's so confusing. There's so many different layers of government, and they don't all follow, one process. And that's the reason why showing this video is so you can do some guerrilla marketing and literally hunt this stuff down. The yellow pages is a good place to start. I would just go through these categories and just go right on to Google, state, county, city, look up authorities, look up all your libraries, go through the school districts, any military bases, the museums, any utility, power, water company, gas company, electrical company. sewer highway department. It can go on and on and on. Some of them may lead you to the same place, and that's fine. It'll save you a lot of time. I would just keep an Excel sheet and keep track of the ones that you filled out, and then forget about it and move on to your next marketing opportunities.